then we're going to hear Boozer's like actual response. I do want to point out though, 7 epic books, 4 legendaries, the 7 5-star chickens. Now that's, in my opinion, out of everything, the most value. But 1,500 energy, that's not even going to get you through a dragon tournament. 4 mil, that's like what? Upgrading 1 boot and 1 gauntlet to 16 every week. The 1,300 gems, now that's pretty good. That's like 1 champion's mastery and like 500 gems, so say 10, 12-ish energy refills. So, you know, you are kind of doubling what energy you would naturally get throughout just the game's like respawn rate. So I guess that's something. But you also have to think about when we make these videos, we waste a lot of energy running false teams. Like I could go down the list of items and tell you how a person who makes videos would use resources that a standard free-to-play would not use, like, or at least not as much of, per se. Like, say, a free-to-play person that doesn't make videos gets a champion that they know they're not going to use. They're not going to waste the books on. But somebody making videos is going to need more books to build up those champions and actually make them to their fullest ability for you guys to learn from to decide whether or not you want to spend your books or save them. On to the chickens, it's kind of the same concept. Like, well, yes, I will say this one specifically will put your account way ahead of free-to-play people. Getting 1 extra 6-star champion essentially each week, yes, that's a bit of a leg up. I would cut that down to like maybe 2 or 3 5-star chickens. But the books I have no issue with because it's going to take 2, if not 3. Yeah, it's going to take about 3 weeks minimum just to book up a legendary at that rate. And you can get that from Clan Boss quicker. Like you can literally get that in like 2 days from Clan Boss. So I'm not upset about the books. I don't get this, by the way. Like I do not receive the creator pack, but I am not against the people that get it. The energy, why are we even talking about that? The silver, dude, that's like what 100 runs in campaign. And the gems, yes, I agree that should probably be more like 500. But if you cut the chickens down to about 3, cut the gems down to about 500, I see nothing to complain about with this because they're not really getting ahead of the game at that rate. And they're going to be using that for the videos. Like it's kind of like a buffer to help them be able to make these guides. Like I have realized through trying to create new characters, and then they just sit in my vault forever, that I'll waste like 15 books a day if I go in like a spree. Like when I got Freya, Odin, Loki, and all them, I just was like building 1 each day. I don't ever use any of those champions, but it was like 12 books one day, 14 books the next day, fucking 9 books the next day. And then you gotta spend gems on masteries because we all know the Minotaur dungeon sucks. And so there you go. The next freaking day, you spend 800 gems, then 800, then 800. And by the end of that week, I bet I've spent like 4,000 gems, about 100 legendary books, probably 25 5-star chickens, and probably 50 mil silver.
This is a weird video. I didn't even know this was all going on until I actually had a collab with Boozer today, right now, at the time of this recording. I was supposed to be collabing with him. $1 million account videos right back on the channel. I really like that guy. It's fun.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the right time to be releasing $1 million account videos. Just saying, actually.
I can't do it. Now's not the right time. Have you seen the drama? He seemed really down, you know? In full transparency, I really like Boozer. I really respect his game knowledge. We're not like close friends or anything like that. We don't chat on the daily, but I've always thought his content was really good. I always seemed like a nice, pretty genuine dude as well. That all being said, is he back?
Yeah, what he's saying, I kind of second that energy from what I've seen in his videos. He does have a video that we're going to get into after we watch a little bit more into this and see what Ash is saying. But yeah, I feel bad, man.
Because he's getting a lot of heat right now because he's leaked, I say quote unquote, the content creator perks pack. This is what we get as content creators in the game.
I'm just going to go ahead and put this out there. I'm not turning it down. If they sent it to me, I sure as fuck would take it. But I sure don't advertise myself as free to play. I mean, if I were to go, oh, I'm free to play, I got all of this. See, this is my point. You can't have this with the creator pack. There's no shards in the creator pack, so you're not actually getting a leg up on pulling champions. You just have a little bit of a boost on building the champions you already got.
This is, first of all, it's not a leak by Hell80s, right? Like, we're under no NDA or anything that we can't talk about.
Another point that needs to be brought up. Yeah, this was not a leak because there was nobody telling them they couldn't talk about it. People, watch how you word things. Words like leak, gaslight, narcissist, they're all words that people are throwing around that they don't fully understand the meaning of. And when you use words outside of their meaning, the words themselves lose their meaning.
11 years ago on a channel called CWA Bubble Gaming. I'm still at it over there too. Started covering Clash of Clans. And I just started by like putting a voice memo on my phone, emailing it to myself, using a free window movies.
Damn it, Ash. I wish I could make my shoulders look like yours. What's he doing there? Like, is he hunkering his head down and like... Yeah, dude, I ain't got them shoulders. Alright. I recess, Ash. You got more muscle than me.
Maker. And then I'll try and do my best.
I gotta say, that tattoo looks fucking sick.
And why not?
I think Kevin Hart's an example of somebody who is not funny but looks funny and sounds funny but doesn't actually say funny things. Alright, does anybody remember Scary Movie 3? Does anybody remember that he is in Scary Movie 3? Now, does anybody remember what him and Anthony Anderson do in Scary Movie? Not Brokeback Mountain. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. That's Kevin Hart back 15, 20 years ago. This is, in my opinion, the best, funniest scene he has ever had in any movie ever. Just listen to the words that come out of his mouth. Because nobody understands the words coming out of my mouth. Let me drink this up a little bit. Oh, it is up. Man, if a mouse goes outside of a house, it becomes a rat. If a rat comes inside of a house, it becomes a mouse.
Cindy, there's no such thing as a slow video. Hell yeah, there is. In fact, that looks like it definitely help you with that. Wait, I heard you call from Jenkins. You watched that tape last week, and this morning you woke up dead.
This is my favorite back and forth of any movie in the early 2000s, and there's a lot of good ones there.
But you're alive and you don't sleep. You telling me that you can go to bed dead. Wait, what? You go to bed dead, nigga. See what we got? You can go to bed and not be dead. If you die, not being dead. I'm doing something. She did that straight. Yo, Sean, I told you straight. Yeah. She told me that she heard a zombie going through a trash dump. The next morning, she turned up this. How the hell you turn up this? Because nobody knows where you are when they realize you ain't there. So you're telling me that you can appear and disappear at the same time? No, man, you can't appear and disappear at the same time. The bitch ain't gave you time to feel. Guys. No. But you can't go over one place and show somewhere else. Turn up. You know the missing. And what's missing is the turn up. Unless you was something. That's a plausible shit right there. You spot ain't talking down my space. You do that.
MySpace. All right, we got way off topic there for a little bit. I just thought that was funny. Let's brighten the mood up a bit. Back to the depressing, so disgusting content creator pack. Don't even know his real name, and that he's not even my most watched creator on here. But what I will say is, like, he seems like one of the most pure. Like, you've got Ash for more, like, entertainment value. Like, he's just a cool guy. You've got Hell, Hades, and Saf for, like, say, the, like, mechanic parts of the game, and Saf may or may not have ties to Plarium. I ain't gonna say that, but he definitely knows some people. And so I tend to take what he says with a little more weight than the average person. But then you have people like Boozer that has no ties to nobody, made videos getting shit views for a very long time. Look. I didn't start uploading videos on Raid until, like, literally, 2 weeks ago? And let me find it. My Armand's counter video that I put 4 days ago, which is literally just like this, is already at 1.1K. I don't know why, but Boozer, it seemed like his videos took a little longer to gain traction than that. And he kept trucking through. He was putting out way better content than I am. Like, his shit was actually helping people. I'm just trying to help him. And yeah, like, man, I'm just like getting tongue twisted saying, but, like, what? I'm a horrible spokesman for this. Why did y'all hire me? Yeah, my point was, Ash for entertainment, HH and Saf were the more, like, technical terms, and, like, say if coding gets changed, like, all these people are like, which spell's nerf, which spell's dead, and then Saf actually comes in and talks about the coding, and it's like, well, maybe not, it ain't happened yet, and we just don't have a way of knowing. All we know is they changed the shield multiplier to 4. Now, real quick, I theorize, just my own personal opinion, that what will be coming is it will be capped to 4 buffs. Like, the amount that the shield grows, anything over 4 buffs is just pointless, basically, for shield growth itself. I haven't heard anybody bring that particular theory up, but it would make perfect sense, and it would be a way to nerf him in long-term fights, but not affect the short-term fights dramatically anyways. That's just my take on the Wixwell part. But back to Boozer, man. He's like, I don't want to use the word pure. He just seems so genuine and kind-hearted. It's kind of like if a wasp or a yellow jacket flew into his home, he wouldn't kill it. He would catch it in a cup and release it back outside. And I never once felt like he was insinuating or implying that he was doing something with Raid that he wasn't. I can't speak to his personal life because I don't know that I never spoke to him. But on Raid, I never got the vibe that he was pay to win from his account. Because his account, compared to mine, Ash's, people, fucking Drock, even fucking Shinny, even though I hate to reference his ass, it's not on the same level. And that much of a differential isn't going to be made from a creator pack. That's welling out. And so Boozer is not a well. I will concede to the argument that I understand the perspective of how this would make true free-to-play people that don't receive these feel lied to or deceived. But you also have to think, he's not spending cash on this. No penny from his pocket ever went into this game. Free-to-play means that you do not spend money. The only money he has spent on this game is the equipment he uses to record the game for his viewers.
That, I still love you. Some people saying fundamentally your account receives bonuses.
So look, there's somebody saying $50 a week. So view him as 2,000. No, dude, you're missing the point. He's not spending money. It doesn't. Okay, so what if I get super, or, well, I am pay to win. Assume I'm free to play. What if I get super lucky on clan boss? My clan kills the clan boss, so I get double pulls, and I get double sacreds every day for like a month straight, and then at the end of the month, I got 60 sacreds. No, the game is blessing him. He's just, dude, that is not spending money.
Outside of the semantic game is that A, is Boozer deceiving people by saying he has a free-to-play account that does not mirror the experience of any other free-to-play player that's not in the career program? B, is it, if you're a brand new player to the game, and one of your first experience, maybe you hear Ray Shadow Legends has a dirty trash bailing game.
All right, I'm going to say this. If that makes him not free to play, then your creator, not you, Ash, but you new players to Raid. This is for new people in Raid and all people that consider themselves free to play. If Boozer is no longer free to play, then you are no longer free to play when you use those creator codes when you create your account. There is no difference than you entering a code to get some fucking energy, books, champions, whatever the code was for, than Boozer and Ash and other creators getting a few books and energy each week. There is literally no difference. Y'all are such fucking hypocrites. So say you're a new player. You go to Hell 80's website, because when you get on YouTube, that's the first person you see, him or Ash. But Ash brings him up, I bring him up, everybody references his site. It's either him or a Uni Love. They're the only two sites you would go to for Raid. Both sites have a thing like this. Hell 80's, you go to his website, click New Player Promo Link Generator. Pick your champion. You pick one of these pretty good epics, and it gives you a link. When you put that link in, you are no different than Boozer. And you're bitching about it. So why don't you cancel your own account and start from scratch without any creator codes? Don't take any of the packs they give you when they update the game. Don't take that pack that they gave everybody where they gave a lot of people promos and stuff where I got my first mythical from. None of that. You can't have any of that if you're one of these people shitting on Boozer. Variants in this game will be the same. I've got a free-to-play account that my very first pull from my very first Sacred Shard they give you when you first start the game. I got freaking Chris the Ageless. You think that account's experience is going to be the same as somebody who it takes months to get their first legendary? No. You think even if we both pull legendaries on the same day and they pull somebody like Carlon the Ringer or just about any other legendary, it's going to have the same experience as somebody who pulls Carissa the Ageless right out the gate? No. It is not what people assume the free-to-play experience is. The key word is assume.
Right? So there's something to be said for that. Do I think that Boozer is maliciously deceiving people? No, I don't think he's malicious. He's never struck me as that kind of a guy, right? And he's been transparent about this in the past. This is not news. He's mentioned that he takes the perks on this account. Also, he has another free-to-play account that is also Endgame, which is not part of the creator program. So the man himself in Boozer, I mean, suffice it to say, Boozer has a very good handle, more so than any other content creator, as to what the free-to-play experience is actually like, because he actually has it on another account as well, another Endgame account, which he also features on the channel. The thing I like the most about Boozer's channel is his content, is he has such a really deep understanding of every niche and nuance and strategy of raid. Because free-to-play players are playing in a lot of ways a different game. It's not for me. I tried it. It's not for me. Oh,
I love a good grind. I've got a maxed out RS3 and an old school RuneScape account. Both maxed out. Quest Cape on the old school account until they added a bunch of stuff a few months ago, like some new quests. And the RS3, I've had a max cape, veterans cape. I've had a max cape probably 20 different times over the years where they just will add new quests and it takes it away until you put the new quest. But regardless, like, dude, I love a grind. Dark Souls was my shit. And that Dark Souls is more than a grind. It's just beating your head against the wall until the wall breaks. You know, why don't we start doing this? Instead of calling our accounts free to play or pay to win, when we do a God video, why don't we just base the God video off of the champions? Contextually, what I mean is that if we've got, say, 4 epics and 1 legendary, and that legendary is Arbiter or something like that, yeah, you can call that a free to play team because that's something that realistically people with like a 1-year account can probably do. But if you're pulling 5 mythical, 6-star empowered, +1 Commodus, fully booked, yeah, that's pay to win. And, you know, maybe we start differentiating the titles of our dungeons. And that can give us a reason to go back and remake some of our videos that performed well. We can say, this is the pay to win, this is the free to win way. And there you go. Everybody's happy.
Because the guy is so incredibly knowledgeable. Not only that, man, he really cares a hell of a lot in the comments, giving free-to-play tips. I'm giving tips. I'm not going to use the free-to-play label anymore at risk of you guys pulling out your pitchforks on me. But he's in there giving...
I agree with the free-to-play and pay-to-win labels because the first like year and a half of my account, I didn't spend a penny. Literally did not spend a penny. And then when Wixwell came out, I got to the end of the fusion and couldn't complete the champion chase. And became a whale and never looked back. Now here we are, literally like 6 months later. And this is what 6 months of spending money will do to your account. Like, this is fucking insane. All my epics are +4. I've got like probably a third of the legendaries, close to half, maybe half. I've got over half of the mythicals. And it's like, no, I agree that we need to differentiate between pay-to-win guides and free-to-play guides. Because when I was free-to-play, I would still watch these well videos because they're entertaining, but I think that's because you just like bullshit. I think it's like the people, they're entertaining, they seem like cool people. And see, that's the thing, the majority of the at least top 5, 6 raid creators, they all seem like really good, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Valid people, like genuine people. They're not just like talking out their ass on those things. With the exception of somebody I've made a video on this week, I really like everybody that I see in the raid community. If I understand that I'm focusing on Boozer in this video, but that's just because he seems the most stricken by this, and I don't want to see him go. I like his content.
And the truth is, this can also be, even I am guilty, not of, like, I'm surely never trying to pass myself as a free to play, that's for sure. But I think that sometimes I can do a better job at letting my brain fall, letting my
Ash, don't worry, man. You say that you're a whale in every single video, just about.
advanced brain fall. Like, the hidden ways that what you see on the screen might not actually match your experience on your account, right? And I think that's what it all comes down to. Am I not?
Well, good point. But if that is what it all, if that really, damn it, if that really is what it all comes down to, nobody's going to have the same experience. RNG is real in this game.
Not showing my great haul every single video because I'm trying to hide.
Somebody with 1 cent, like my free to play account, up until I started spending money, was better than my pay to win account. Even though my pay to win account was like a year and a half old, and the free to play account was like a week old.
Something, no, but I just think it's not always front of mind. You know, I'm just in the grind. I'm not, but I think I should do it more often, right? So I don't think it was malicious, but I also think that like there's no, I'm belaboring the point here, but I do think that probably not going to mirror the free to play, even though technically he may very well be able to make the case that he's free to play. Boozer's a really sweetheart. I don't think he did this for any bad reasons, and I think that his content is stellar, some of the best in all of YouTube. I can see at the same time the disappointment and the criticism. I would just encourage people. I mean, who am I kidding? It's the freaking internet. People are going to do whatever the hell they want to do, right? But I would encourage people that, you know, personal attacks and stuff like that. I felt for the guy because it was clear that he was feeling pretty down, and it's just not. It's not necessary. It's really not. You know, I mean, you have one life to live, too. Not to be so soapboxy and preachy here at the end, but I will, damn it. You have one life to live. Just being a voice of negativity on the internet or whatever, it's not going to leave you satisfied. It's not going to be something that you're proud of, you know. That being said, of course, always should. But like, just take cheap shots and stuff like that on a guy when he's down. I think he realizes and understands the sentiment, you know, of the community. So I think he said he might make another follow-up video kind of addressing this because it was all off the cuff similar to my video here. But anyway, guys, I don't know why. I feel like I could just keep talking and talking and talking about shut up while I'm while I'm below the 20-minute mark in the video.
All right, Ash. Yeah, man. Even though I've never met this guy, I've never spoke to this guy. I've been watching his videos, and for so long, I feel like I'm losing. It's kind of like when you're on a football team with somebody, and somebody gets hit a little too hard, and they get hospitalized, and you don't see them for a while. You worry about them. You care about them because they're part of your team. You all have the same goal, and you all unite for the same thing.